Welcome to Entertainment Tech. My name is Sarah Luke.
And I'm Candace Barbara.
Today we've got a great episode filled with TV shows, movie reviews, and all the latest celebrity happenings.
Let's start with some TV show reviews.
Another winner of The Biggest Loser has been awarded $250,000 in its 14th season. But I'm sure the winner, Dani Allen, can tell you her weight loss has been her most rewarding accomplishment. She began the show at 258 pounds, losing 121, making her final weight 137 pounds, which totals to 46.9% of her body weight. Coming in second and third place were Jeff Nichols and Jackson Carter. Winning the $100,000 at-home prize was Gina McDonald, who lost 113 pounds. Since this season focused on childhood obesity, the three ambassadors also made child appearances on the show. The three of them each lost around 50 pounds and were able to do things that they always dreamt of, such as perform with a cheerleading squad and wear their dream prom dress. We will have to wait until the next season of The Biggest Loser to see more life-changing transformations.
On this week's episode of Glee, tensions were high between Schue and Finn. With Finn and Emma's kiss, who could blame Schue for being so melodramatic? Well, only in the typical Glee style would these problems be solved through the battle of song. And better yet, why not throw some NSYNC and Backstreet Boys in there? Blaine loses a song battle with Sue, and the Cheerios have a new male member. Rachel is not pregnant, but she refuses to take Santana's advice and dump her prostitute of a boyfriend. The episode ends with Brody fighting Finn and all hell breaking loose. Check out Glee Thursdays at 8 on Fox.
It was also the season finale on The Lying Game, and what a finale it was. The episode begins discovering Teresa's dead body in the pool and Dan having a breakdown after losing the love of his life. Dan finds out about the secret of the twins, and he's furious when he discovers Ethan knew all along, so he forces Ethan to choose between his family or the twins. Emma finally shares her true feelings with Ethan, only to have him turn her down, resulting in the end of their relationship. Sutton helps Ethan and Dan find proof to get a warrant to search Rebecca's house, but by the time they get there, she is gone. Emma, Sutton, and Ted all agree it is time to share the truth of the twins to Kristen. And at Teresa's memorial service, Sutton and Ethan begin to patch up their relationship, and Rebecca shows up to confront Alec. Rebecca accuses Alec of framing her for Teresa's murder because he was protecting someone he loves. Just as Ted is about to reveal the truth to Kristen, Alec's body comes flying through the skylight. Meanwhile, Emma tries to end her relationship with Thayer on good terms, but he screams at her and kicks her out. The episode ends with Thayer taking out the murder weapon that killed Teresa. Could Thayer be the killer everyone is searching for? Was Alec trying to sacrifice himself to protect Thayer? And will Emma and Ethan ever be happy together? We will have to wait and see if The Lying Game is renewed for another season to find out more.
Now, I'm sure I wasn't the only one glued to my TV for this finale episode of The Bachelor. Who would he choose, Lindsay or Catherine? Well, Sean decides to bring in his family to meet the girls and help him decide who the lucky God-sent lady will be. His mother warns him, if it's not obvious, then you don't have to decide now. Oh, shucks, well, wouldn't that be nice? Hello, Mama, this is television and I want to know. So sorry, he has to decide now. And he does. After the girls meet his family and their final dates with Sean, he says God helped him find the woman he couldn't live without. Catherine takes the rose and wins his heart. Sorry about it, Lindsay. Desiree is the newest bachelorette, and the two lovebirds announced their wedding will be publicly televised. Well, isn't that sweet? Any bets on how long the marriage will last? Longer or shorter than Kim Kardashian's? My money is a little longer, but hey, let's have a little hope for the couple now, shall we?
Alright, so unfortunately, this is the last time we're going to talk about Sean as the Bachelor because the final episode aired. What do you think?
It was nice to finally see it end because it was dragged out a lot. 3 hours was a little too much for me personally, and I was kind of done listening to either side, listening to Catherine cry that last time. Like, I was just kind of like, okay, tell me who wins. Let me see where they are now. Done. So it was sad, but I just wanted it done.
3 hours is too much, especially if you're sitting there, like, no DVR, you can't skip through commercials.
Yeah.
No way I'm going to do that. Like,
I know what it was like in the 1950s with the TV show Bachelor. Just kidding.
They didn't have 3 hours of The Bachelor. They
didn't even have a fast forward button. Like
they spent their 3 hours probably doing a lot better things than we do now.
Yeah, watching The Bachelor, clearly.
I mean, so it was an entertaining season because I love Sean, but the whole thing was just too long. I guess I like Catherine. I mean, I didn't really have that strong of an opinion. I was kind of surprised, though, at the end how like in love they were with each other.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really sense that like going through the show.
But he said, God helped him choose in the very last night. You know, he saw the light per se, and now he loves Catherine, and they're having a televised wedding. So
I'm excited because ABC like pays for that, so it's kind of over the top, and it's so exciting. Except having to do with their wedding. Apparently, they're waiting for their wedding night to officially make the relationship official. What do you think about that?
I mean, I guess that's respectable and cute, but like really,
Yeah.
part of me feels like they're just saying that for TV, because I have a problem truly trusting anyone who's on a reality TV. So they could both be just saying that, but meanwhile backstage after like the Bachelor returns, they're in the closet. Like, who knows? Like, they might be doing stuff like that. I'm sorry, it just annoys me.
Yeah,
And
you never know.
you never know, and
It's
I rather
true.
and I think the reason why I would never want my wedding televised is because that's so personal.
But
And-
they fell in love on TV, and I think that's personal. So
I mean, it makes sense for
Yeah.
them, but I could never do any of what they did. I would never go on television and make myself fall in love, and I would never have my wedding on a television show.
I completely agree. I feel
Could
like
never
that's like millions of people watching your wedding and like those intimate moments. I want to watch it. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited.
I mean,
but-
I watched Kate and
Oh my God.
what,
Yes. Kate and
Prince-
William.
William. Like, I watched that. I stayed up till 6 a.m. to watch her come in. Like, that was necessary. But I
Yeah.
mean, like, they're royalty. Come
Yeah,
on.
and Sean's on Dancing with the Stars now, so we'll see how he does on that show. And Catherine.
Oops.
Whoops, clearly she wasn't that memorable.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you know what happens.
Catherine's cheering him on there. And I'm actually upset because every summer Bachelor Pad is on, and apparently it's not on this summer, which is sad because the thing I like about that show is it's an open game show. Like, people try to win, they have their strategies. And the thing with The Bachelor is it is a game show, but they act like it's not as much. In Bachelor Pad, they're open and honest, and they're like, you know what, I'm going to manipulate
Yeah.
you with my emotions, with my, like, sex appeal. They just, they're in it to win it, and that's how The
That's-
Bachelor is also, kind
Yeah,
of.
but no one knows that's how it's like. I
Yeah.
personally don't like the Bachelor Pad. I'm too busy in the summer to tune into
Yeah.
it anyway. But
So, I mean, goodbye Bachelor for now, and we're going to have Desiree as the Bachelorette.
it should be interesting.
I really don't care that much about her. She annoys me a little bit, but we'll see if it's good.
Hey, you know what? It should be interesting. Like, as long as her brother's not on there, because he'll scare away every man.
That's true.
So,
That is true. So, over break, my mom, long story short, she was on the Today Show modeling jeans. And so I snuck past in the green room with her because I just wanted to see how everything was backstage. And it was really awesome. And Snooki walked by me like 20 times. It was like the weirdest experience ever because I
how
wasn't.
short is she?
She's
I just wanna
so
know.
short.
Is she
She's
like my height?
shorter than you. She's like under 5 feet. And her heels were like this tall. And it's not like I was excited to see her because it's Snooki. I was more
Yeah.
like, are you a real person? Because she just looks so strange. She was really nice. A girl asked her for a picture, and, she was very nice. So
I mean, I can picture her being very nice, but I could also picture her being completely insane.
yeah,
Like,
that's true.
everything she's done on the TV show, what she's done to our state. Like,
Yeah.
let me first off say that I'm obsessed with New Jersey. Over spring break, I got so many, just people hating on my state, and it really bothered me. New Jersey's my home, and I love it. And a lot of it was because of the Jersey Shore, so I have an undying hate for
Yeah.
every cast member on the Jersey Shore for what they have done to my state.
I agree with
So-
you. Part of me was looking at her like,
You're not even from our state.
Yeah, because Jersey
Sorry.
Shore came on my freshman year when I was here, so I just was like, no, New Jersey's not like that. But Snooki's basically playing a character. I think that's what people need to realize.
Yeah, I think they forget because they all ask me, they're like, wow, like, is your tan from a bottle? Do you go tanning? I'm like, no, I'm Italian. I'm tan. That's how it is.
Yeah,
Like,
sadly. And then also backstage, I saw Jillian Michaels from The Biggest Loser, which was
Really?
awesome. Yeah, and I got a picture with her. She was really nice too, but I could hear her kind of yelling in the background about something, which was totally what I would think
Ooh.
about Jillian Michaels,
I
because
mean,
she's constantly yelling.
yeah, I mean, look at her workout videos.
Yeah.
She intimidates me. She scares me, and she has too many muscles. And every time I tried for the longest time to do her videos, I really was into it. And then she would scare me too much, and I'd start yelling back at the screen like, you don't tell me what to do, you know what? If I want to eat this cookie, I will. And I would sit there in front of the screen and eat a cookie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm proving nothing to no one. I'm gaining weight doing this. But it just made me feel good because she would annoy me.
Yeah, I mean, Jillian Michaels, she's pretty terrifying, but she was really nice.
Yeah,
and-
I can imagine her being nice, but maybe she needs to tone it down a bit.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, but whatever she does works, though, so I don't know.
She does have a pretty ripped body.
Yeah, and lastly, there's a new show on E! Coming up called What Would Ryan Lochte Do?
That should be interesting. His tweets alone. Have you read his tweets? He has a very interesting Twitter. I follow him because I'm really into Olympic swimming. I really just like Summer Olympics in general. I started really getting into them in 2008 with the gymnastics team because I'm a really big fan of Shawn Johnson. I followed most of her career. And then I started enjoying the swimming, and then I got into Michael Phelps, and now Ryan, and just his Twitter. He's very full of himself, so I'm not surprised that he has a show about him. And you know it's just going to boost his very, very egotistical personality, so it should be interesting to see that turns out. But he's good looking, so I mean, I give him a little credit.
It'll be a good show to look at, but based on past interviews, he is not the smartest person.
I would just put it on mute and just watch him. That's how I feel about some people. I wish I could put a person on mute and just watch them talk. Because they're good looking, but when they talk, they annoy me.
That might be what people do. You know, the Kardashians are on the same network, and you could say the same about them. So
you could say about most of that network.
He's got a trend going.
Yeah.
So tune into that. You know, maybe we'll like it. Maybe we won't.
I don't know. We'll tell you. We've got lots to talk about.
But stay tuned because featured anchors Sarah Klein and Rachel Thompson are up next.
Welcome back to Entertainment Tech. I'm Sarah Klein. Things spiral out of control for Hannah on the Season 2 finale of Girls as her OCD worsens and she has to finish writing her book in one day. Ray and Shoshana break up due to his pessimism, while Marty and Charlie get back together after she confesses she still has feelings for him. A possible reconciliation between Adam and Hannah creates a cliffhanger for the upcoming season. This season has been full of drama and laughs, and we will have to wait for Season 3 to see more. John Ralphio's sister, Mona Lisa, makes a special appearance in this episode of Parks and Recreation when Tom hires her to work in his new store. Anne forces April to become her BFF when April asks her for a recommendation to veterinarian school. Chris finally wants to become a dad when he agrees to donate his sperm to Anne. Meanwhile, Leslie tries to save a failing local video store by making it a historical landmark, only to find out that it has been turned into an adult video store. Be sure to catch up with all the crazy shenanigans Thursdays at 9 on NBC.
Hi, I'm Rachel Thompson. The last episode of Scandal aired February 21st and begins with a date between Captain Ballard and Olivia. The date goes well and they make plans for a second one. When Fitz asks Captain Ballard if Olivia is dating, however, he lies and says that Olivia is staying single. The mess of this episode that needs fixing is the relationship status of Senator Caldwell. Pope and Associates find a fake wife for the senator to fool the press and end any rumors that Caldwell is gay. At a gala, Olivia catches Caldwell hooking up with his brother's wife. She warns him to drop the relationship and focus on his political career. Meanwhile, Pope and Associates figure out Fitz's mole. It is none other than the CIA director himself, the man closest to Fitz, leading the operation to find the mole. There are only 3 more episodes of Scandal left until the final season finale. See what happens next on Thursdays at 10 on ABC. The last episode of Zero Hour aired March 2nd. After returning from India, Hank begins to repair the next clock. Layla attempts to leave him a trail of clues to lead him to her whereabouts. Unfortunately, White Vincent intercepts this and leads Hank to an abandoned building where the two of them begin to fight. Meanwhile, Aaron and Rachel collaborate with the FBI to find the key to the next clock. Unfortunately, after this episode, ABC decided to cancel Zero Hour. According to the Huffington Post, Zero Hour received a record low number of viewers and is now considered the least watched scripted series on ABC. ABC is now making plans to air the rest of the episodes of Zero Hour during the summer. Shark Tank will take its 8 o'clock slot on Thursdays. So Sarah, tell me about the season finale of Girls.
It was really good. I feel like everything was pretty much wrapped up. It left me satisfied for the season. I'm really curious as to where they're going to go for next season because this season was pretty weird. I felt like it was really random, so I'm not quite sure how I feel about it.
Now this was the first season, right?
This was the second season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the third season, I want to know what direction they're going into. The main character has OCD, and apparently she had it in high school, but now she has it like really, really bad again. There was this one scene I remember probably 3 episodes ago where she like lodged a Q-tip in her ear, and I wanted to die. I just and it was bleeding, and I was like, no, help me. But hopefully they don't do that again, because I don't think I can take that. How do you feel? I heard 0 Hours getting canceled.
Yes, it is, in fact, after only 3 episodes, too.
Oh.
Yeah, and apparently it was just, I guess nobody wanted to watch it. It could have been part of the fact that it aired on Valentine's Day when nobody normally watches television. And then nobody, I guess, really knew that it was even on air. I don't think it had a ton of promotion, so that could have been another issue.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm kind of sad to see it go. I was starting to get into the plot, but it's going to be coming back hopefully during this summer, so I'll get to see what happens.
Oh, okay. So they're still gonna finish the season out. Okay, well that's good. Hopefully they can wrap it up in one season.
Yes.
I know one of my favorite shows, Freaks and Geeks, got only 1 season. It got canceled very prematurely, which I love it. So I kind of know how you feel. Well, that's it for now. But Sarah and Candace will be back with movie reviews.
Welcome back. Now it's time for some movie reviews. Attention all action fans, the film G.I. Joe Retaliation is hitting theaters. Fandango says, in the continuing adventures of the G.I. Joe team, Duke's second-in-command, Roadblock, and the rest of the Joes face a twofold threat. Not only is their mortal enemy Cobra rearing its ugly head again, but there is also a threat within the U.S. government. There might be an imposter in the White House. Meanwhile, Snake Eyes is on a search for inner peace, but learns that his nemesis Storm Shadow is still alive. The film stars Dwayne Johnson, Bruce Willis, and Channing Tatum. Don't miss G.I. Joe Retaliation in theaters March 29th.
The Host is an epic love story set in the not-so-far-away future. When aliens body snatch nearly all the humans on Earth, small pockets of human resistance struggle to survive. Melanie Strider, her brother Jamie, and Jared, her true love, believe they are the only ones left. When trying to reconnect with what she believes is the last remaining fragments of her family, Melanie is captured by the aliens. The Seekers, some of the aliens, wish to use Melanie's memories to locate the last of the humans, but Melanie and the alien Wanda, who is in control of Melanie's body, work together to locate the resistance and the ones they both love. This unlikely pair learn about love, trust, and the true meaning to being human. Will Melanie ever get her body back? Will the humans survive this invasion? Don't miss this amazing movie. See The Host in theaters March 29th.
All right, so now it's time for our favorite topic, celebrity gossip. So, Candace, I know you've been excited about The Host. You did it for your movie review. Tell me about it.
Okay, so every spring break I pick a book that I want to read, and you were telling me about The Host, and everyone's been talking about it, so I was like, I'm going to read it. I blew through that 830-page book in a matter of 2 days. So good. Now, don't get me wrong, her grammar needs a lot of work and her writing style. Stephenie Meyer is not the best, but the story was great. I loved the characters. I'm in love with Ian O'Shea and Jake Abel, who plays him anyway, because he's beautiful. So they should totally, call me sometime. What's up? No, but it's a really well-written book. I'm obsessed. I really got addicted to it. I was crying by the end of it. It's something anyone should pick up and read.
Yeah, I agree.
Movie. So excited. I want to go see it at midnight.
I read it over the summer, and it's it wasn't, I heard it from people that it was good, but I wasn't really expecting that much.
Yeah.
And it's one of those books, once you get through, for me, it was the first 100 pages or something.
Oh, it took so long.
It goes by so fast. It's really creative, and it doesn't feel like you're reading a Stephenie Meyer book besides the love triangle. That's kind of the only thing.
But it's like
really
a love cube, because it's the main character is a human, but then there's a soul, which is like an alien in her head, who's taking over her body, but the human is still there. So the human loves one boy, and the soul loves another. So it's square. But it's
Yeah.
one body sharing two minds. So that whole plays into it. So the one character will be making out with one guy, and then the same body but a different person will be making out with another. And the guys are just wait, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean.
Hey. And I'm just hey, I like this.
if you haven't read anything about this or read the book, I'm sure you're extremely confused, because even reading the book sometimes it's what is going on?
Yeah, it was definitely confusing at times, especially towards the very end, which I won't give away. But there's typical Stephenie Meyer discrepancies, not really good at describing who the character is. And I was sitting there for a while trying to figure it out, because if it is the way that I think it might be, then that's kind of creepy. But if it's the way I hope it is, then it's not creepy.
Yeah.
So I know that's probably really vague and confusing, but you guys should read reviews online, Rotten Tomatoes, the whole shebang. The movie's coming out in about 8 days.
Yeah, it's March 29th.
So it's supposed to be really, really well done, and definitely something I'm going to be going to see, and I'll obviously talk a lot about it then.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that since the book is a little, like, different and confusing, it'll be so interesting to see how they handle that with the movie.
I heard that they're
how-
keeping the voice in the head thing, so which makes me feel so good, because it annoys me when they change movies up. Like, don't get me started on the Harry Potters or any of those type of movies, or the Hunger Games. Don't get me started because it annoys me. But you have to have the dialogue between the characters in the one person's mind, because then it wouldn't make sense to you that there are two people there.
Yeah.
So I think, and they kept to that, which is important. So I'm excited to see it. They put a little more action in it than there is in the book, so it should be interesting to see how that plays out. But
They try to appeal to the boys, you know, with that. You know,
Yeah.
I think if, like, a girlfriend drags along her boyfriend, they don't want it to be, you know,
boring.
love triangle the whole time, which
But
I
it's
understand.
not like Twilight. So if
No.
any of you guys are scared that you think it's going to be like Twilight, it's nothing like Twilight.
Yeah.
I hate Twilight. I'm not a big fan of Stephanie Meyer, but I'm telling you, this one's different. Definitely one of the top 10 best books I've read.
Yeah, so definitely check that out if you haven't. All right, now we've got a few split news coming on.
Oh, no.
John Mayer and Katy Perry are no longer together.
I'm kind of happy about that. I heard John Mayer's a jerk, and I like Katy
Yeah.
Perry. So I want her to find someone who's not a jerk, but funny and quirky and different, because that's
Yeah.
exactly how she is.
Yeah, John Mayer has a really bad reputation with women.
Taylor Swift. I'm
Reese
just kidding, that's
Witherspoon.
her.
No, not Reese. Jennifer Aniston. Like, come
yeah.
on. How
She's,
can you not
she's
stay with
America's
Jennifer
sweetheart.
Aniston?
How can you do that?
Yeah, so, I mean, John Mayer, like, I love his music, and I think he's really talented, but he just seems like a jerk.
He's like one of those guys I was saying earlier. You just want to pause him, mute him a little bit, make him stop.
Him and Ryan Lochte should have a show together,
I would like that.
right?
I would like that.
I think they should.
Biggest jerks in celebrity everything.
Yeah, and then also, I'm actually really sad about the split. Ryan Seacrest and Julian Huff also split up.
You know, I can't say I'm sad about this because I'm like 98% sure Ryan Seacrest is gay.
Do you think so?
I'm 100%. I literally, it's, he, as a person, not sexual preference or anything, he just annoys me as a person. He knows he's good looking, but the thing is, I don't really see very much talent within him. So it
Yeah.
annoys me how he thinks he's this important celebrity person, celebrity personality, when really I don't see very much to him. He's very, he's like a puddle, very shallow. And I do think he's gay. And I think
Yeah.
Julianne Hugh and him, part of me just believes that they were in one of those relationships trying to help each other's careers.
Yeah. All right, I kind of disagree with you for a little. I don't know about if he's gay or not, and maybe he is.
I mean, I'm just guessing. I could be completely
Yeah.
wrong.
But I actually think Ryan Seacrest is, like, really talented because he's behind so many production companies, and
I think
got
he's
his
good at
radio
behind
show.
the scenes, but not
Yeah.
in front of the scenes. You know what I mean? Like when he's on the red
Yeah.
carpet and he's like, red carpet for E. So what are you wearing? I don't really think that takes very much
Yeah.
talent, and I don't think everyone puts him on such a high pedestal. I don't think he needs to be that high up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of, I
I'm
kind of
critical.
disagree.
I'm a very critical
Yeah,
person.
I think,
so.
I actually think Ryan Seacrest has done a great job going from American Idol to where he is now. I think he is a lot more successful than many celebrities that get more, you know, recognition than
Yeah.
him. And he doesn't necessarily ask for the publicity. I don't know. I mean,
I just don't like him.
yeah. No,
It's
I
plain and
understand
simple.
that. There's some people that really just are, like, annoying, and he is one of those people for you.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those people that gets under my skin.
Yeah. All right, now another splitting story. Maybe, maybe not. Miley and Liam.
Well, after that haircut, I would have split up with her too. I'm kidding. That was mean. No, I mean, I actually liked them together, so I'm kind of hoping it's not true, but at the same time, Liam's really good looking, so hey, what's going on?
You know, like, there hasn't been anything confirmed. Miley said on her Twitter, wedding's not off, everything's fine. Liam's been overseas doing publicity for something. She's been spotted, like,
Yeah.
without her engagement ring. You know, Miley Cyrus, I think, has gone through a lot to grow into who she is, and she annoyed me a lot along the way. But, you know, I feel bad
Definitely.
for her. I think people are really...
Too critical and too
yeah.
harsh. They forget
Yeah.
that she's, what, 19 years old?
She's 20, I
She's
think.
20 now?
20.
She's still so young. Like, when you're critical of adults, that's one thing, because a lot of the times they weren't in celebrityhood most of their lives.
Yeah.
So they had that chance to develop properly and, like, get that privacy that they need. She's never had privacy. With her dad being famous, her brother being famous, all of that, being famous from, what, 12 years old, 13 years old?
So young.
She grew up in the spotlight, so she never got that privacy she needed to truly find out who she is. So people being really critical on her and stuff like that, yeah, I joke around making fun of her haircut, but in the end, they need to give her a break. She's
Yeah.
trying to find herself, just like Selena Gomez with her breaking out into that movie Spring Breakers. They're all young. They're still trying to figure out who they are. They were
Yeah.
in that Disney Channel little bubble for so long
Mhm.
that they didn't get that chance to truly show who they are.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think with Liam, it's the opposite because he didn't grow up like that. And
Yeah.
maybe they're struggling with that. But, you know, I really hope that they're still together and everything works out because I like them as a couple. I think
I
they're
did too.
cute.
And I like their dogs.
He's so attractive, though. Like, if they break up, like, definitely give me a call. But,
Yeah, right.
you know, I hope that doesn't happen. Okay, and another weird pairing, Tiger Woods and Lindsey Vonn are now officially dating.
I would never want to date Tiger Woods after his whole scandal, so
Yeah.
good luck, lady. Good luck.
You know, Lindsey Vonn, I think she's gone through a little, it's been difficult because she was married to her skiing coach, I think, or
Yeah.
trainer, and then they got a divorce, and so now I guess she's just, you know, trying to make her way back. But no, Tiger Woods, like, once a cheater, always a cheater, that's what they say, and didn't he cheat like 13 times?
Wasn't it? I thought he like was more than that. Wasn't it like in the 20s? Maybe I'm
Probably-
exaggerating.
no,
I don't
it's
remember. It was a
probably
really
more.
ridiculous number. Just do it, I guess.
I mean,
right?
but you know what? She
Right.
knows all the information about him now. It's not like she hasn't had any warnings, so good luck, Lindsay.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with that. All right, now back to some Bachelor news. Jason and Molly Mesnick, and Jason was a Bachelor, they had their baby, and I was actually really excited about this because they've been, like, on People.com, there's been so many things about her baby, and it feels like she's been pregnant for, like, 10 years just
Yeah,
because
for real.
all this stuff's been popping up.
On people and everything.
Yeah, and so they were going to keep the gender like a secret. They weren't going to find out until the baby was born. But all these pictures were popping up of like the baby shower, and like it looked like they were going to have a boy, and I thought that they thought they were going to have a boy and just like not telling anyone else, and so like we're going to surprise everyone.
Yeah.
But they actually had a girl. Her name is Riley Ann Mesnick, and I was just really excited because I don't know, I was dead set on them having a boy, and then when it wasn't that, like, I don't know, it's just
It's
one of
cute.
those surprises.
I love the name Riley. One of my friends has a baby, and she named it Riley Marie, and I think it's such a cute name. I think it's gonna be one of those popular like 2013 names.
I definitely think so. I actually want to name my dog Riley, but my sister didn't let me do that because her best friend's name is Riley.
Oh yeah.
But
makes
you know,
sense.
Riley's just I love the name. I think it's really cute. So I'm looking forward to seeing pictures of that. And, you know, it's always really nice to see couples from The Bachelor, Bachelorette, you know.
actually make it.
Yeah, and like
the love was
create
real.
families and they're happy. So fingers crossed that, you know, they'll be good.
And the baby's healthy. Let's make sure
Yes.
that's something we need to pray for.
Definitely. Speaking of, you know, healthy, not healthy, Justin Bieber was in the hospital because apparently he fainted on a London stage.
Oh,
And
no.
I was watching like the Today Show or something when they're talking about this. And apparently Justin Bieber tweeted a picture of himself like in the hospital to be like, "Don't worry, girls, I'm okay."
Oh no.
Oh my God. Putting the picture up now, when I saw this picture, I could not stop laughing. It's like of himself and like of his abs like laying down, and so you can basically see like the top of his like boxers or whatever it is. Like it's the
It
most
was for attention.
Yes, but it's so like, why do people think it's okay to take selfies like that? Like, do you have no
You don't do that. You don't like pose.
no?
Well, let me show my abs. Lift up my shirt a little
I
bit.
just
you
don't
know?
like. When did it become normal to be like, I'm gonna take this like picture of myself and send it out? Like, it's called like being humble if you think you're attractive, right? Like,
You know, I don't understand boys, let alone celebrity men.
That's
so
true.
I don't understand.
he's
how-
a teenage boy, so who knows?
I mean, there's all this lingo. My friend's little brother was telling us all this lingo that they talk about girls, and I was just like, what is this? I never heard half of it. So now I'm self-conscious about the way my pants fit and stuff like that, because apparently if they sag a little bit on your butt, it's called diaper butt. I was like, really?
Oh,
really? So
man.
now I'm like freaking out about that. And this is some 17-year-old boy telling us this, and I'm almost 22. I'm like, why am I worried about this?
Who even knows
Teenagers.
teenagers? So Justin Bieber's picture, maybe that was typical boy behavior.
Who knows?
I don't know, but I thought it was pretty hilarious. Okay, now lastly, I'm not huge into like looking into Britney Spears' like personal life. You know, she's done a lot of like crazy stuff, so I kind of just let her be. But when I was like looking online of things to talk about, I saw her walking with this guy, and I saw this shirt, and I'm like, wait, that looks really familiar. So apparently her new boyfriend, his name is David Liccato, he's sporting Virginia Tech gear everywhere he goes.
Hey, I love that.
Yeah.
Brittany, keep dating him as long as he supports us.
Seriously, because it's for some reason, like, you don't see often, like, celebrities wearing Tech stuff, and it said, like,
No.
Virginia Tech, go Hokies, and I had to scroll back. I'm like, wait, orange and maroon. I know those colors.
Two best colors in the spectrum.
Exactly. So, you know, he's actually originally from Virginia, and I think he's a lawyer, or he works in a law firm, so he's not from, Hollywood background, which
I like
is
that.
good
She
for
needs
Brittany.
something like that. She needs someone completely off the radar that'll kind of give her the stability she needs, because she's not a very stable person in general.
Yeah, she's definitely not. So, I thought it was really exciting to see, go Tech, So I wanted to bring it home for the end of the episode.
I like it.
Well, that's all we have for now, but thanks for tuning in. I'm Sarah Luke.
And I'm Candace Barbara.
And this is Entertainment Tech.